Good morning. We are all going through very difficult times right now with COVID-19, and I have found a very good reading for mission and service that relates to this time. Chaplaincy prepares for the unthinkable. Outside the hospital's walls, chaplains have not stopped caring. The Reverend Joan Silcox Smith is no longer stranger to viruses. She was a chaplain at North York General Hospital when it was hit hard by SARS, the acute respiratory syndrome. Now, Silcox Smith is the manager of spiritual care for the Grey Bruce Healthcare Chaplaincy Council in Ontario, which is supported by Mission and Service. COVID-19 isn't the same. With SARS, it was much more concentrated in the hospital setting. It wasn't so much out of the community, she says. Silcox Smith oversees 10 chaplains serving in 11 hospitals in Grey and Bruce counties in Ontario. Chaplains can no longer visit patients in person at the hospitals. I'm used to being front and center like I was during SARS and not at home. Part of the reasoning is that going room to room makes risk transmission more. Also, restricting visits mean that fewer people have to access personal protective equipment, which is so much in demand, says Silcox Smith. Still, the work continues. Outside the hospital walls, chaplains haven't stopped caring. Silcox Smith has set up a telechaplaincy system so people can reach a chaplain when they need pastoral care. She took the initiative to start a white ribbon campaign, encouraging people to tie white ribbons on trees around their homes and near hospitals to encourage the frontline workers. In weekly hospital staff newsletters, she shares tips and advice. This week, she is sharing practical ways to reduce an anxiety attack. Last week, I had a call from a staff member who got very sick at work. She was whisked away and tested. Her colleagues were absolutely freaking out. Her whole family had to go into isolation. Her husband had to stay home from work. The test turned out negative, but there were 4 or 5 anxiety-filled days as she waited to hear the results. The chaplaincy was there for her support. Chaplains at Grey Bruce are preparing for the unthinkable, caring for families who cannot be with their loved ones in the hospital as they die. We hope we won't get to that point, but we know our role will be even more important if we do. We are figuring out how to meet families outside the hospital while maintaining a safe distance apart so that we can at least offer in-person support. That won't just help the family cope with losing their loved ones, but it also reduces trauma that the medical staff endure. One staff person said to me, when we get to the point where we have to tell family that they can't be there when their loved ones die, and we are caring for the patient on the inside, we need to know you are there on the outside, helping to look after their family, says Silcox Smith. Your gifts through M&S means that patients and frontline staff need the support that they desperately need at this time. So thank you so much if you're already giving to Mission and Service. And if not, please consider because they are doing such a wonderful work. Thank you.